أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. This is Sister Fatu or Bintu. We are back on Tajweed rules and recitation on Sūratul Baqarah. We stopped at āyah 14 the last time, so today inshallah we're going to take 15 and 16. So for that being the case, I'm going to start with just one review one ayah, inshallah, which is ayah 14 that we did last time, and then we go through the explanation of ayah 15 and 16 with Allah. So bismillah, I'll start with the ayah 14. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I'll move this a little bit. You can see all the vowels. وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون. Okay, so we're gonna take 15 Tajweed. Let's explain Tajweed rule that are in this ayah. We're gonna start off with the isti'adha. Sorry, we're gonna start off with this Allah name. Inshallah, Allah name with Allah's name. We have two Tajweed rules here. Probably two or three Tajweed rules in this. Just Allah name. We'll go with first the first Tajweed rule. Or the rule that we're gonna do is the Hamza. Let's deal with the Hamzatul Wasl. Hamzatul Wasl, as you can see, there is not a vowel. So when you have a Hamzatul Wasl in the beginning of the word, you have to put a vowel, replace the Hamzatul Wasl with a vowel to read it. So it's two kinds of Hamzatul Wasl. One is you can join. If you see it, you can join, connect to. It makes you connect to the connect. For example, that is when, like for example, if I want to connect ayah 14 and 15, and if I want to read without stopping, I would say Mustahzi'un Allahu. See, I connect Allahu as I disregard. I'm not going to read it. I go from na to lam. Allahu. That's the call, the join one. Hamzatul Wasl. And then there is one that you have to pronounce the Hamzatul Wasl itself. Qat. They call it Hamzatul Qat. So that's called Hamzatul Qat. The one you have to pronounce. Read the Hamzatul Wasl. The one that you join, Hamzatul Wasl, and the one this Hamzatul Qat. Hamzatul Qat. So this one, you're gonna put a vowel. In this case, because it's followed by lam, the lam is the next letter. We have Hamzatul Wasl followed by lam. Automatically you put a fatha. You put a fatha on the Hamzatul Wasl. You don't have to worry about counting the third letter, see if it has the fatha or what kasra, what's on it to make. You just straight away put fatha on the alif. So previously we had to count. We have some place we had, I think in the past, that we had to count. So that's another. This is Hamzatul Wasl joining. See, it's here, but you join. Yeah. Fazadahumullah. So I think in the past we had, or maybe this is the first time. Maybe I explained it, but this is the first time we have to actually have it in so far since we started. So we put a fatha, and then plus one rule, and the second one we have to put make it a round letter, right? Round letter. So because why the lam? Only in Allah name or Allahumma, when you have a fatha or kasra or dhamma preceding the second lam, not the first lam, the second lam. If we have a fatha or kasra or fatha or dhamma, right? Before the second lam. So in other words, whenever you have Allahumma or Allah, you look at you have to look at the vowel before, the closest vowel before. Sometimes this lam will have a kasra, lillahi, then you won't go far. If it has kasra, you will make it flat. If it's nothing on it, you have to look at the closest vowel. And here now I already mentioned that we're going to put fatha. So that means that we have fatha. So we'll make it, if we fatha or dhamma before the lam, this lam, second lam, we make the lam round. We only do that to lam in Allah name, Allahu or Allahumma. Any other lams you come across going to be flat. You're going to make flat. So we're going to do Allah, not Allah, but Allah. So that's another rule. The other rule, the third rule I mentioned, we know that when we have a shadda, we talk about this a lot. I talk about this a lot in the past, so you should be able to guess or know what it is already. That if you have a shadda on the lam Umar letters are 5, right? 3 of them I mentioned. Lam, ain, and ra, when they have a shadda, you gonna, because they have shadda, shadda, you have to read the letter first with a sukun. Because you're reading them with a sukun, if so, lan umar letters basically, those 5 letters, lam, nun, ain, mim, ra, lan umar. When they have a sukun, you hold them for 1 second, right? But here you don't see an actual sukun, but you know that when you have any letter with a shadda, you're gonna read them with a sukun first. That being the case, for 3 of them, lam, ain, ra, when they have a sukun, when they have a shadda, you're gonna hold the first sound. You're gonna read the first, because you're gonna read the shadda first with sukun. That means you're gonna hold that, because they are lan umar. When they have a sukun, those letters, when they have a sukun, you tawassut, you hold them for 1 second. So that's why you're holding it for 1 second. And the other thing is you have the how to call it. Yeah. So for ain, the reason I don't mention these 5 letters, but I mentioned 3. The 2, because when they have a sukun, nun and mim, they need a sound letters. When they have a sukun, you shadda, when they have a sukun, you do the same thing. All 5 of them, when they have a sukun, you hold for 1 second. But the other 3 will have when they have a shadda, you hold for 1 second. But those 2, the nun and mim, when they have a shadda, you hold for 2 seconds. Ghunna. You do your ghunna, so it changes. When they have a shadda, those 2, nun and mim, you do ghunna. When lam, ain, ra, you still hold for 1 second. So Allah, and so you're gonna hold this 1 second. The first sounded lam, you round it first. Allahu yastahzi'u. See, yes, no Tajweed rule, but you're gonna give the letter its haq. The ha is deep, bottom throat, from the bottom throat. Yes, and this we see you make the whistling sound. Let this time stop itself. Yes, tahzi. tah. When you say tah, if you say ra, you're gonna feel it at your chest. Push it down. Tah. Yes, like yastahzi'u. You're gonna disregard the ya. You don't read the ya. You read the hamza on the ya. You have a hamza on the ya. You read the u, not you. Yastahzi'u bihim. Mim sukun. What does that remind you? If you say Allah Umar, give yourself a clap. Bihim, hold it 1 second, right? Bihim wa yamudduhum, again, another one, Allah Umar. Wa yamudduhum fi. So there is not a rule other than the mim sukun. You hold for 1 second, you do tawassut. Fi, 2 counts. Fi, no more than 2 because there is no, it's not followed by hamza. Fi tughyanihim, him, Bilal Umar. This you hold for 1 second. This ghain, you give the letter its haq. It's not that you, but you pronouncing it right from the, it's middle part, beginning part of your throat. It's where the letter come from. This bottom part of the throat, the her. This beginning part of the throat. So and you know when the letters have sukun, you hear the makharij, where they come, their home, where they come from. You hear it even more when they have sukun. So tughyanihim ya'mahun. Ya, ain is middle part from middle part of the throat. So basically that will be Wasatul Halq. Wasatul Halq is the middle part of the throat, and this is Aqsal Halq, the her. So these are throat letters. Aqsal Halq from the bottom part of the throat, and Adnal Halq, which is the ghain. Adnal Halq, beginning part of near is close, closest part of the throat. Ghain, that's where it comes from. Ghain and kha come from there. Ghain and kha, and the ha and hamza come from the aqsal halq, bottom part of the throat. Halq is throat, and which was the and the ain come with ha. Ain and ha come from the middle part of the throat, and that's wasatul halq. So mahun. So ain and ghain, when they have a sukun, you drag the sound, let the sound stop itself. Don't stop ya or to. You let the sound, drag the sound, let it stop itself. To or mahun. Who can tell me what are we doing? Hun, I'm doing 4 because of what? Because if you say the wow, what the wow is setting is second last letter, then or you say, because we're stopping on it, temporal sukun, noon, temporal sukun, you can that's why you setting for 4 counts. So basically when you're stopping at second to last letter is a mad letter, and you're stopping or at the end of an ayah, you have the option to do 2, 4, 6. We chose 4 earlier this earlier, that we're gonna go with 2 or 4, sorry, inshallah. So that's why. Then you have we have so Allahu yastahzi'u bihim wa yamudduhum fi tughyanihim ya'mahun. Allahu yastahzi'u bihim wa yamudduhum fi tughyanihim ya'mahun. Hold the noon again, this one last noon. It's also, you change the fatha because fatha change to sukun. So you're going to hold this noon for 1 second. Lan Umar again, you do tawassut. So not ya'mahun, but hold it. Ya'mahun. That's how you hold it. Okay, so we go to the next one. Ulaika. We have again this one wow here. We just see the circle here. When you have on top of the mud, that means you don't stretch. We're supposed to do 2 count. If without it, would I say ooh, ula? But because of that circle, you say ooh. You act like it's not there. It doesn't exist. Ooh, not u. U. Then you have the madda. Here we have a madda alif followed by hamza. We know with previous lesson we learned that madda alif followed by hamza in the same word. That's madda muttasil. Muttasil, you're gonna stretch you have some books say 4 to 5, but some qaris hold it 5 to 6 longer than that. So we chose to do 4, sometimes do 5. Yeah, so ula, so make a uniform. If you start with, if you're reading, you start with 4, go with 4. If you start with 5, go with 5. If you're doing 6, like there's some qaris, you do 6, as long as you're in that, like in the raka, same raka, or if you're in the surah, and you, yeah, but you can change later on when you go to next raka or next surah, inshallah. So ulaika, we have a shadda, or we have another hamzatul wasl, right? So this one is a join the hamzatul wasl, not hamzatul qat. Qat is you have to read the hamza, you have to read hamza, you have to replace it. But here we're gonna join. That's why ulaika alladhina, ladhina. So the, remember to stick your tongue out when you're saying this letter. The na, we have sheen. Okay, we're gonna have another hamzatul wasl. That means you're gonna, or if you don't know the hamzatul wasl, you know that shadda, you cannot read by yourself. You have to connect with the vowel, which I usually use sometimes. Closest vowel to it, which is the fatha. So you're gonna connect to that. For shadda and sukun, when they have us, yeah, you have to always connect it with the vowel before. You cannot read by itself. Yeah, so so alladhi, so we could put, if you're starting from here, what we do, we could do the same thing we did earlier. We're gonna put, because followed by lam, we put automatic fatha on the to replace the hamza. If you were starting from here, if you were, let's say you were reading from, you're starting alladhi, not connecting. If you want to start here, let's say the ayah started here, you would have say alladhina. Or if you want to start alladhi, what if you're connecting, you disregard the hamzatul wasl, alif hamzatul wasl. So alladhin, here we have a sukun, we have hamzatul wasl. You can say, okay, connect to the sukun, because you cannot read sukun by itself. Or you can say hamzatul wasl, this is the wasl, the one that you join. Hamzatul wasl you join, not hamzatul qat, wasl, not qat. So you join ulaika alladhina taro. We don't make the raw fatha, we're going to treat like a round letter. Raw, because it has fatha. When raw has a fatha or dhamma, you treat it like a round letter, or fatha or fathatain. And when it has kasra or kasratain, you treat it like a flat letter. Earlier I mentioned the lam fatha. When lam is preceded by fatha, or you make it, or dhamma, you make it round. And when it's preceded by kasra, I forgot to mention, you treat like a flat letter. So it would have been, if it has a kasra, if it was preceding letter was kasra, and with kasra you would have say la, not law, like bismillah lahi. So here, okay, okay, alladhina ishtaraw, would, again hamzatul wasl, or again, so would, dolalata, would, with the dot, but by the inside, if you say it right, you bind the side of your tongue from would, connecting, you're going to connect to it, hamzatul wasl, you have shadda. Door is side of your tongue, you bind inside of your tongue from the back coming towards the front. Some be right, some left, some both sides. So ulaika alladhina ishtaraw dalalata bil huda, bil lam. What does that remind you? Lam sukun, lan Omar. Give yourself a clap if you say answer lan Omar. Bil, again we have to wasl and sukun. So we're gonna say, you can notice that all the sukun or shadda are preceded by hamza wasl, the wasl, not qat. I mean, you're gonna, unless you're starting from there. Bil huda, fama ra, right? Ra fatha, rabihat. When we're stopping here, you say rabihat. But if you continue, you're gonna disregard this ta, because you have ta with another ta with a shadda, and you're gonna connect to the shadda. Remember we said when you have a letter that has a sukun or shadda, we're gonna connect to with the vowel before, the closing vowel before. This don't have a vowel. That means this we're gonna connect to this star. So we're gonna not read this one here. And it would have been make it Tajweed is to make beautiful and simple, to beautify it simple. And here we will not be easy if you want to pronounce this ta and the two tas, because this is two, because the two tas, because you have shad. That means you're gonna read with ta sukun, then ta kasra. So and then with this ta, then rabbi had that. It's gonna be hard to do that. It's like impossible to do that. So this you're gonna hati ja rabbi hati ja ra again, make it round. Tijaratuhum. What does that remind you? Mim sukun. Lan Omar. You do what? Tawassul. You hold for 1 second. وَمَا كَانُوا مُهْتَدِينَ. What is this letter coming? Where is this letter coming from again? I mentioned earlier. From the throat. What part? What side of the throat? Beginning, middle, or end? The end of the bottom of the throat, right? And what is the name in Arabic? Aqsal halq. Okay, so let me read the ayah. أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى. Don't forget this noon. Okay, this noon you also, there's not a rule here, but I forgot to mention the we have a second to last letter, mother, so that means we have the option to do 2 4. We mentioned earlier we're staying with 4, so it's like 4D and then noon sukun, noon fatha change to noon sukun, and we're gonna hold the noon sukun for 1 second. This noon for 1 second. Muhtadin. So here so we do who ya'mahun, because it's wow is madi, wow is it's second to last letter, so we search 4. Here we search 4 too. Basically we've been searching for, you can see mother letters, second to last, the whole page, right? The whole page, right? So let me finish reading the ayah. Fama ra, not ra. Fama rabihat tijaratuhum wa ma kanu muhtadin. Again. أولئك الذين اشتروا not ra, تروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين. Okay, let me start from here and read them one time, each ayah one time. الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون. أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين. Stop here. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.